Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jameson, and this is what 3 years on T looks like. Um, I haven't made a video in a while, and apologize for that, but it's hard to know what to talk about when there's not a whole lot of physical changes going on. When you're making videos in the beginning, it's a lot easier because basically all the guys watching your video just want to know how fast your facial hair grew or, uh, you know, if you lost fat around your thighs or something like that, you know. But now things are going slower, so things are less exciting. But what is still exciting is there's always your social transition going on, and you're always learning new things. You're always learning about the kind of guy that you're gonna be, and how the type of guy that you're gonna be uh, is gonna fit into this world. So I'm not gonna go too much about that, but there is some updates I wanted to give you guys, just about me living in DC, surgery related, transition related. So, as you may or may not know, I started T in April 2012, and then I got top surgery with Dr. Alter in Beverly Hills in July 2013. I had a peri-areola procedure. I was a small B at the time, which meant I was pretty borderline for the operation. But in reality, I wasn't actually borderline for the operation, because I wasn't a skinny guy. I mean, if you're like a small B and you're like 5'5", and you weigh like 120 pounds, like your results are probably going to be pretty damn good. I mean, maybe even a little less than that if you're fairly muscular, or a little more weight than that if you're more muscular. At the time of the operation, I was probably 180 pounds, and I'm about 5'6". So I knew, and the surgeon told me, Dr. Alter, that what would likely happen is that I would undergo this operation as two stages. So, first stage, take out the breast gland and a bunch of fatty tissue. No work on the nipples, no resizing of the areolas or anything. And then we'll just see how it heals up. And then based on how elastic my skin is and how much that tightens up and how it looks and how the placement of the nipples look, I'll go from there. And so I opted to do this procedure versus the double mastectomy, because I scar very badly, and I frankly just didn't want the scars on my chest. Some guys see it as a badge of honor. That's all good for them, but I didn't want the scars on my chest. So right now, am I happy with my chest? I'm happy I don't have to bind. But no, I'm not happy with my chest. I've probably been out in public with my shirt off. No, I've been out in public with my shirt off once. So, there's pros and cons to that. But again, not having to bind is a great thing, that I do not undervalue at all. But so my update is that I'm getting to the point that I need to have that revision. I need to have that surgery. Like, that was almost 2 years ago, and I probably never, when I thought then, if I thought to myself, like, I'm not going to be in public with my shirt off because I'm too self-conscious about it, and over 2 years later, you're going to get the revision, I would have been like, I don't know about this. So I decided to take that step and get that revision. And, so the first time I did it, I had 90% of the cost covered by my health insurance, at UC Santa Barbara. And the whole UC system in California has great insurance for the coverage of this type of surgery or any transition-related surgeries. They cover, depending on school, covers between 80 and 90%. And I believe the lifetime maximum benefit you get is $75,000. So it's a big chunk of money, and if you go to the most expensive surgeon in the U.S., you're not going to pay more than $10,000. So mine was $8,000, cover 90% of the cost. I paid $800 out of pocket. Great deal. But now my revision, no insurance company covers revisions, not even the UC system. So this is gonna be out of cost, so out of pocket. So in the beginning of April, I'm gonna go back to California. I have a consult with Dr. Satterwhite in San Francisco, which is a colleague of Dr. Crane. So I'm gonna do my consult, and then hopefully, my revision is not gonna cost like an arm and a leg, because there is fatty tissue to take out. They do need to resize my areolas, and I'm assuming they're gonna have to knock me out, and that's really what ups the cost of the surgery. Is once you gotta be knocked out versus like a topical, anesthetic. That's when you're getting into some major money. So I'll find that out in the beginning of April and get back to you guys about how that's happening. But I guess I'll just show you my chest. I hate showing my chest, but I will show you guys my chest. So you'll see. So you'll see right here the extra tissue. So on both sides, I have the extra tissue. If I go like this, you can see the line there. But obviously more prominent on this side. And then also my nipples were not resized. But what I have noticed is that going to the gym and working out, although my chest is like my weakest muscle, I can, like when I try to flex it or whatever this is, I can see some of that form, that shape of how my chest should look as it becomes more masculinized. So it's, it makes me a little less self-conscious, but I can see it makes it more prominent what tissue needs to be taken out. And so, some guys may look at this and say, it's not so bad. Sure, it's not so bad. But it does make me very self-conscious, and it does kind of, change the type of things that I feel comfortable wearing. So, like, when I wear like a tighter shirt, like a tighter t-shirt or something like that, you'll be able to see the lines of that tissue right there, which just looks funny to me. Sorry. Every time I point it out to someone, they're like, "You're crazy. No one can see that." At worst, it just looks like you used to be a bigger guy and lost some weight. We're all our own worst critic, and it's just, since I do try to go to the gym a good amount, as much as I can, to not see that work pay off in like in my chest it's just very disappointing, and so it's kind of like the idea that I go work to make things look better, and I'm sure I could, I'm sure a year from now, if I really pumped my chest, it would look much better. But would I still have that tissue there? Like, yeah, like, I don't carry my weight in my chest. Like, that shit's not gonna go away. So I'm very excited about this consult in April, and yeah, so hopefully they don't charge me the full price of another top surgery, because I won't be able to pay for that. So other updates, transition related, I went off T for a few months, and this isn't because I didn't have it. It's, well, a little mixed up with my doctor just being unresponsive, but also I hate giving myself a shot every week. Like, before it was like exciting. Now it sucks, I just dread it. It's like, shit, it's shot day. Before it was like, it's shot day. I wonder what new was gonna happen next week. Now, I mean, it's like, if I don't take a shot, like, I think of the worst consequences, like, my body fat distribution is gonna go back. I'm not gonna be able to lift as hard in the gym. But like the incentive is much less. So, yeah. So I finally got my shit together. I'm back on my shots. Everything's fine. I did take a brief stint and go with the Androgel for a short period because my insurance actually covers that, but they don't cover my shots. Like, what is that? So, it has nothing to do with trans stuff. It has to do with like at-home injections. It's bullshit. So I get my prescription at Stoker's that pharmacy up in Oregon. I pay like $60 or 65, and they give you a bunch of needles. Great deal, because I go down to the CVS down here. They want to charge me $140 just for the tea, which is crazy. So I get my tea from the pharmacy in Oregon. That's including shipping. They ship very fast, so it's great. But I switched to Androgel for a while because I thought, well, maybe because I hate giving myself a shot, that like a daily gel would be easy. Because you like rub it on your back and your arms or whatever. It's not easy. It's a pain in the ass. That's what it is. And you know, and if I go, stay, at someone's house or whatever, and I forget my gel, I don't take tea that day. And I'm always forgetting my stuff. Versus, like, what's the likelihood of me forgetting my shot? Or, okay, so, yes, I will forget my shot. But if I know I'm going out and I'm probably not going to come back home that night, I'll just take my shot like a day early. It's not a big deal. So when I was taking the gel, I wasn't taking as much tea as I was. It was like all over the place. I mean, it dries very quickly. For guys that hate needles, it's a great thing that it exists. But like, I always like ran out of the room, and then I couldn't quite reach my back that I needed to get it to, and So if you can afford it, you like it, good for you. It wasn't my thing. So now back to my shots. But one thing that I have noticed about my shots is that I have the hardest time putting the goddamn needle in my leg. I don't know why. Like before, like when I first got tea, I was like, oh yeah, boom, done, 10 seconds. I don't even have to sit down. I can stand up, just no Band-Aid, no alcohol, just boom in my leg, good to go. Let's go out to eat now. Now, I literally the other day, I gave myself a shot, and I'm sitting there, like staring at the needle, like staring down the needle, like it's crazy. I don't know what it is, but like the last few times I've given myself a shot, it's just been difficult to like get out of that mind frame, and I do that stupid thing where I'm like, okay, I'm ready, and like I stop, but I prick myself. And then I'm like bleeding, and then it's like it hurts, and I gotta like wait 5 minutes. So maybe I'm just getting old and becoming a baby about it. But like I'm hoping it's probably just a routine because I stopped for a while, and then I did the Androgel, so like I'm just not used to it. So I'm hoping that's just gonna change, and then go back to not being a big deal anymore. So yeah, I mean, I guess those are my main updates. This movie's already way too long. So I'll make another video again when after my consult. If you have any questions about my surgery or I don't know, go ahead and leave a message. So thanks guys, thanks for watching. Sorry it's been so long. I'll update in like another month or so.